It is nationwide this morning. The Real Estate Training Institute, RETI, or RETI, is the official training arm of the Real Estate Board. It provides mandatory pre-licensing courses for salesmen and dealers, as well as internationally recognized commercial real estate education. It has partnered with the global CCIM Institute, that's a certified commercial investment member, to offer local and advanced commercial real estate education and designation programs. For more on the CCIM courses, we're joined by Senior Director and Principal of the Real Estate Training Institute, Dr. Tina Beale. Good morning to you, Dr. Beale.
Hi, good morning, Sandra, and good morning to your listeners.
It's good having you on this morning. So, for those who aren't necessarily familiar with the Real Estate Training Institute and its relationship with the Real Estate Board, give us a little backdrop of, what exactly does RETI do in terms of the Real Estate Board?
All right, so RETI was established in 2016, February 2016, and essentially, RETI is the training arm, as you said before, of the Real Estate Board. So, the Real Estate Board is a regulatory authority for real estate in Jamaica. We also, our actual proper name is Real Estate Board and Commission of Strata Corporations.
Yeah.
So, we deal with salesmen, dealers, developers, and commission strata corporations. We also, so at RETI, what we do is that we offer training. So the training is for individuals who want to become dealers or salesmen. So that's a real estate agent or a real estate broker, as we call them. The training that we do offer is in the areas of sales, leases, and rentals. We also do property management as well as in auctioneering.
Okay, so give me that distinction between a salesman and a dealer. What's the difference?
All right, so the salesman is the real estate agent. The real estate agent can't be licensed or exist without the real estate dealer. The real estate dealer is that individual who is responsible for managing the real estate business. So essentially, think of the real estate dealer as somebody whose office has to be leading and managing people in the context of real estate. And under our principal legislation, that's the Real Estate Dealers and Developers Act, there are different types of real estate business. So we have sales, leases, rentals, we have auctioneering, we have property management, and we have appraisals. Yeah.
So in essence, then, if somebody wants to start their own real estate company,
right? They have to
they'd
be
have to be a
licensed with us
dealer.
as a real estate dealer.
Ah,
That's
I get
correct.
you, I
Yeah.
get you. So, there are many courses that are being offered at the Real Estate Training Institute. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, so we have the pre-licensing salesman course, which is 3 months long. It's 130 instruction hours. The requirements for you to become a salesman, at minimum, you must have 5 passes in CXC or GCE, math and English included. If you have higher qualifications, that's fine. So in the salesman course, we essentially give you the introduction, but that introduction is in depth for you to be practicing under the guidance of a dealer. So specifically, what am I talking about? You cover areas like introduction to valuations, you do fundamentals of construction, you do planning and development, you do property law, contract law, real estate sales agency, and you do marketing as well as real estate sales. So sales agency is very important because that is where you have the legal components with respect to the anti-money laundering regulatory framework, as well as the requirements or code of ethics requirements in particular for the Real Estate Dealers and Developers Act, which is in our code of ethics regulations. So now under the dealers course now, that course is a bit more extended. So the minimum duration for the dealers course is 1 year, and that's dependent on the specialization that you want to pursue. So if you're pursuing the brokerage specialization, which is sales, leases, rentals, and auctioneering, it's the 1 year. But you do have mandatory as well as core competencies, well, core modules, sorry, that you should do, specialization modules. So your mandatory modules, you have to do leadership and organizational behavior, you have to do a bit of accounting and taxation, you have to do communications and negotiating, you have to do data privacy, you have to do AML at a more advanced level as what you'd expect of a dealer. And we do intro to sustainability within the context of real estate.
So I just want to ask you before you continue. It's a lot of information. So to become a dealer, would you have to have done the first course, the pre?
All right, so okay. So if you want to become, it's twofold. So if you want to become a dealer in the area of sales, leases, and rentals, what would normally happen is that you would have to be a sales agent prior. We recently changed.
For how long?
So 18 months.
Oh.
We have recently changed the entry qualifications because we have realized that the market is maturing and expanding quite rapidly. So what we have done is that we're saying that if you come to us with a degree, for example, in an area that complements real estate or is related to real estate. So for example, if you have a law degree, if you have a degree already in real estate, if it is that you have a degree in facilities, property management, engineering, civil or even structural or construction engineering, then you can apply to become a real estate dealer in sales, leases, and rentals, as well as in property management. But you have to do the mandatory modules, which I had mentioned earlier, which would basically help you in terms of leading and managing a real
Which is still
estate
1 year.
business. Right. And then you have to do the actual technical courses. So the technical courses would for sales is like, for example, sales coaching. You have to do commercial real estate. You have to do auctions in theory as well as in practice, in person as well as virtual auctions, which is what is taking place now. On the property management side, you have to do things in terms of land administration, urban and rural land management. You have to do property asset management, procurement, as well as you have to do building services and maintenance.
All right. So saying all of that, we're going to go quickly into the CCIM designation course. What exactly is that?
All right. So, just to give a little bit of context, so we would have seen in many various news reports where you have different ways now of investing in real estate. One of the things that have become popular of late, or more popular, are real estate investment trusts. We have real estate investment vehicles as well as special purpose vehicles, right? What those things do is that they allow for persons to be now investing, or can allow for persons to be investing in real estate directly or indirectly. So when I say directly, persons can actually buy physical tangible properties, as well as it may be the case that these special purpose vehicles, they can be companies that are registered on a stock exchange, and then individuals can purchase or become investors in real estate through the acquisition of shares or the purchasing of shares. What that does is that it commercializes, or it turns what we would probably typically see as a residential property into an avenue through which you can conduct commerce activities. So one of the things that we would have seen in the newspapers is, for example, short-term rentals.
Yeah.
Or Airbnbs. Even though a lot of short-term rentals are for apartments, it's not. These apartments are not being used for dwelling purposes. What they're basically are being used for are mechanisms through which persons can earn and generate money. So what does CCIM do? Within the context of commercial real estate, it allows individuals who are real estate practitioners or persons who work on real estate transactions. So for example, your attorneys, persons who are working in finance, to know how to better structure risk and assess risk for these types of investment, real estate investment or opportunities that we are seeing happening in the real estate marketplace.
Just to ask you then, what is the prerequisite for this CCIM course? For those who don't know what CCIM means, let me go back for the meaning. Certified Commercial Investment Member. Yes. So what's the prerequisite for this one?
All right. So if it is you're an attorney, if you're a banker,
I'm
if
an
it is-
economist, so
yes, so as an economist, you can do it too. Once it is you are a professional in a field that is related to real estate or complements real estate, you can do the CCIM. So developers, attorneys, bankers, licensed dealers, even licensed agents can do it as well. So what it essentially does is that it takes you through doing real estate finance or financial analysis of commercial real estate investments. It helps you to basically project demand over a number of years. It helps you to map different types of services as well as traffic, building density, because all of those things feed into demand for properties or real estate. It also helps you to structure different acquisition or different ways of acquiring real estate. So, for example, you can do, it teaches you how to structure a sale and lease back. It helps you to do analysis in terms of whether it is you should be refinancing, or if it is that you should be disposing of the asset, or if it is you should be holding the asset, as well as for how long, and it helps you to basically structure the exit strategy for an investor. So what you want to do is you want to be able to assess risk. So no longer can it be a case where in Jamaica we are assessing risk in terms of where real estate is concerned, in terms of sentiment, because it is becoming a viable opportunity, business opportunity that is, for persons to achieve huge um, returns.
So how long is this course?
So, in terms of duration, it is as long as you want it to be. So you
What?
have four. So you have four. You have four core modules, right? Those four core modules are user decision analysis, financing, investment. You have an ethics course to do as well. Now, you can do it in as little as 1 year, but we do understand too that there might be persons who might not be able to afford it to do it in 1 year.
What's the cost?
So the cost in total it's $7,300 US, right? But think about what it is that you can do with all of that learning in order for you to earn additional income. As well as to expand your knowledge base as well, and with how it is that you actually do your real estate
You said
transactions.
7,300 US
Yes, but
dollars.
if you think about it, it's equivalent to the price of a master's, and you are getting something that's equivalent to a postgraduate qualification. And all the modules in there are like 40 hours long. So if you think about it on a
And these
semester
are all
basis,
in person.
in person, right? So if you think about it on a semester basis, a 3 credit course at the university, in any university, is 36 hours. So you're basically doing one semester in 4 to 5 days. So it's an intense course, but it is worth it. So it's equivalent to a postgraduate qualification, which is you're going to pay that anyway to do a postgrad. If it is that you structure it, you can do this course in 2 years or 3 years, which basically will bring you down to investing about between three, depending on how you select the modules, 350 to $450,000 Jamaican per year. Which, if you go to university right now, you're going to be spending anywhere in that region.
You're a good salesman. I can see that. I can see that you have to develop the salesman course. I'm up on time, but I want to ask, what's the shortest time possible for somebody who is trying to cram and just get it out the way? What's the
So,
shortest time possible for
1 year. So the classes start July 27th, and you can complete by July next year. So it's 1 year. 4 courses, one module, 4 modules, sorry, one module per semester, more or less.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say before you go, Dr. Beale?
Just to let persons know, if you are interested in the CCIM course, tomorrow I will be on Throp's podcast, a full in-depth interview on this course, as well as commercial real estate broadly in Jamaica. So if it is that you want to hear more about the course, please check out that podcast tomorrow. It's on YouTube, so it's available.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Beale, for joining us this morning. Dr. Tina Beale, the Senior Director and Principal of the Real Estate Training Institute, which is, of course, a part of the Real Estate Board and the Commission of Strata
Strata
Corporations.
Corporations, yes.